Hey there, what's happening YouTube? Thanks for stopping back into the channel today. We're here with the Rust Belt Mechanic. Today we've got the Can-Am back in the shop today to do a major upgrade. It's not going to be that hard of an upgrade, but it's going to change the look completely and totally, almost as if we got the wrap done again. It's going to be an amazing look. Today we are upgrading our wheels and tires. Yes, that's right, we're going to be upgrading to MSA wheels and EFX tires. We got the hookup today, so stay tuned. Alright, so what comes stock on this factory unit? The XRC model comes stock with 15-inch Beadlock, yes, true Beadlock wheels. Comes with Liberty Maxxis tires. They are 32x10s right from the factory. So what are we going to be upgrading to? Today we're going to be going with our EFX Motohammer tires. We'll see those here in a minute. And we're also going to be going with our MSA M-Lock 2 wheels. Now we're going to be going up just a little bit bigger because I'm thinking that the 15s, they look good and all, but we want to show just a little bit more of the inside, and the 18s that the MSAs offer was just perfect in that range. And we can see after 1,000 miles of use on this machine, the kind of wear that we're seeing on this unit. Yes, I know I do a lot of on-road driving, but a lot of off-road as well in the sand, and the tread has held up fairly well on these things. I don't do pretty much any rock crawling. I know that's kind of what this machine is meant for, but I have not seen this on this unit yet. But you can see with the wear on this one, whipping this thing around corners, it does show quite a bit of wear on the outside edge, but these things grip very well for what they are. But I'm hoping these newer ones maybe even be able to get me a little bit more grip, especially in the hard packed dirt. Now the tires that we're going to go with, they are going to jump up just 1 inch to a 33-inch by 10-inch tire. So I'm really excited about getting these mounted. So let's look into them. All right, so here's the lineup that we're going to be working with for the side-by-side. We got ourselves a nice set of 18-inch MSA wheels, EFX tires. This is their newer Motohammer lineup. I wanted to be able to go with something that was going to be more on the lines for hard packed dirt, because here in the next couple weeks we're going to be going to the dirt drags at the Van Wert County Fairgrounds for the Cole Motors truck shoot out there. So that's going to be a good time. We're going to definitely take the side-by-side there. These tires do have a very nice softer compound to them, so we might have a little bit more wear to them, but the grip and the knobs on this thing I think are going to be insane. We're going to be going through those. I'll show you the wheels here, but then we ended up getting our beadlocks. Yep, we are going with the original true beadlocks for these. We got the orange powder coat done to match the side-by-side, so that thing's going to look awesome. So let's have a look at these wheels. Now here's the awesome wheels we ended up going with. These are an 18 by 7-inch wheel. This is the MSA M-Lock 2. These are some really awesome wheels. True beadlock design. As you guys can see, we also have the beadlocks here, all powder coated to match the vehicle. The orange on it, these things are gonna look amazing. Ended up going with an 18, wanted something that was gonna have, you know, a little bit bigger wheel profile because we're gonna wanna showcase off the brakes that we're gonna have around on the inside of these. So I think these are gonna look absolutely killer. And then you see we've got our EFX Motohammer tires. These are gonna be in a 33 by 10 R18 setup. I think these are going to grip like nobody's business. But now I kind of have to figure out how to mount beadlock wheels and tires, because I may or may not have ever done that before. So we're going to say to the Googler, how to mount beadlock tires. All right. There's lots of YouTube videos. This is awesome. I love this thing. Now we've got our tire and wheel over here at the machine. Doesn't look like it's going to be too hard to do after looking at a couple of videos on this one. We got our lock rings over here. We've got all of our hardware, which is looking like it's kind of going to be a pain in the butt just because it's got so much to be able to do. But we're going to get our tire all lubed up, get it mounted, seated onto the tire. Also have to put a tire stem into it because it doesn't come with one. We just got a standard one. We'll kind of pull through there. Be pretty simple and start to get this mounted. Now I know I've got the wheel set up here on a tire machine, but you really don't need that for doing beadlocks. I've just got it here because it's available and it's holding the wheel by the center. If you guys have just another buddy to kind of hold on to things, it really wouldn't be that bad to do it on the ground or on a bucket on the ground. So first thing, we're going to lube up the inside of our tire just a little bit. just to be able to kind of throw it onto the rim. You'll want to make sure on your tire which side is going to be the up and out and which side is going to be in. This one we've got a little tag going in, so we don't have to worry about that one. And then because we put the beadlock section up, we should be able to just flop this one right on. It flops right into place. After that, let's zoom in and look at the bead where it's going to be seated. We can see that our bead ring is right here, and all we're going to have to do is kind of get it seated on one side, and either with your hand, if you guys can get it pushed over, or a rubber mallet. There we go. Now we've got it seated nice and evenly all the way around on the outside bead ring. That's exactly where we need this thing to be seated at. Now we're going to grab our beadlock ring, set it into place, and get our bolt started with the washers and hardware. All right, now that we've got all of our hardware all started by hand, you want to make sure you get at least 2 or 3 threads into each one of these before starting to kind of bring them down. We're going to want to bring them down with either a small impact 1/4 inch. We've got the SP Tools 3/8 impact, the SP 81113, and we're just going to bring this down till it hits the first impact. And we're also going to want to do a cross pattern here all the way around, kind of staggering it all the way around. We'll do the first one till we get the first hit on the impact on that round, and then we'll come back with our torque wrench. Now to get to the torquing, we've got our 13mm socket with our SP Tools SP35256. It's our 3/8 digital torque wrench. This thing does everything inch pounds, foot pounds, Newton meters. Also does torque angle if you guys were looking for something to do that one. So we've got this thing set up to 10 foot-pounds. We're going to go alternate across all the way around, and we'll do one more check at 10 foot-pounds, and then we're going to do a second round of them at like 12 to 15 foot-pounds. We'll get those all done, torqued down, and get this thing then rolling. And of course with these, obviously you're not going to be able to get your factory lug nuts into here. You're going to have to get some aftermarket lug nuts. I ended up getting 1.5 by M12 nuts, and these are going to be just a spline drive nut to be able to fit in there. And then of course after you get them all mounted up, you want to make sure you torque these things down. They torque down to about 85, 90 foot-pounds. Well, there we are, guys. I think this setup turned out absolutely amazing. This sets off the car like nothing else that we've put onto it. I really, really love these MSA wheels and this EFX tires. We're going to test them out here over the next couple of weeks or so. We've got some trail riding to do. And then, like I said, this next weekend at Colton Motors, the Freedom Truck Festival, we've got the dirt drags that we've entered the side-by-side into. So we're going to see how awesome these EFX tires can hook up there with the dirt drags, see what it can take us to and through in that event. So if you guys have any questions about these or any of the SP tools that was used in this video, please leave those down in the comments below. I will be sure to have the links to everything. And also, if you guys want to get any tools from sptoolsusa.com, make sure you use the code RUSTBELT at checkout. That'll get you 10% off for any of my subscribers on any tools on their website. So just go ahead and check that one out. That's about all we've got for you today. I appreciate everyone tuning in, and as always, you guys stay awesome.